I wanted this time to be about being at the beach, being by the pool, relaxing, soaking up the sun, even when it's overcast, and just doing nothing. In Italiano, we have a saying, dolce far niente, the sweetness of doing nothing is what this whole time in Diani is about. Which one of you took our masala chips? Jones was so looking forward to it. You guys are so mafioso with it. Just snatch and run. Snatch and run. You know you shouldn't be eating human food, right?
But no, I'm looking at my phone and playing music, and all of a sudden something told me, and I turned around, and the monkey grabbed the tinfoil, the whole box that was still sealed. He grabbed it by his teeth and was going away, and I got up and I was like, "Hey, get up!" And then he like stopped and he like waited for me. He was like, "You ain't gonna win this one. Don't even. Why you even trying?" Ooh, day 5 in Mombasa.
Diani Beach.
Diani Beach. Yes, day 5, Diani Beach.
Woo! Woo! Welcome back.
All right. Check mic 1, 2.
Mic check. 2, 1.
Okay, so day 5 started with a blast. Got to sleep in just a little bit.
We were up by 7.
We were up by 7. Hit the gym again. She hit the yoga mat, and then we had to like make sure we got our exercise in so we can hit the buffet. So we're not missing that breakfast buffet, and we did not, and it did not disappoint. And today, can I just say, today was a scorcher. Sun was out. It was just a beautiful day.
It was cloudy and overcast, and it was a beautifully hot day.
When you talking about the sun was out when we were walking?
Do you remember how I said to you twice, it's remarkable how hot it is given how cloudy it is. Imagine if the sun had been
I don't
out.
know what you're talking about. Anyway, as somebody who lived in England for 10 years, talking about cloudy here.
It was overcast because of El Nino.
Anyway, I must have my shades on all day because I don't know what she's talking about. But anyway, brunch was another banging brunch. We got all our favorites out there. And
it changes daily, by the way. Like
it changes daily. Yeah, like, everything. The pastries. I got my full of pastries this morning. I just took like 6 different ones because I went by the beach. So I just took a bite out of each so I can try them. And man, pastries anywhere out of the United States is so good because it does not give you a sugar overload. Like they just have enough to make it sweet. Whereas the States, we are like packed with sugar and all kinds of stuff. So yeah,
which
not
encourages
sugar.
Overeating, and the portions, right?
And obesity.
So big, yeah.
Yeah.
And the portions are so big, you just need like a little, who needs like a croissant that's this big?
Right.
A croissant that's this big is sufficient, especially with all that butter and, if it's made correctly.
Yeah.
And wheat and all the rest of that.
Yeah. And after brunch, we had to go, we wanted to check out, we wanted to do laundry. We wanted to do it outside with the locals. So we started so after breakfast, we came back, got ready, got dressed, and went out and put our laundry together, our dirty laundry. Put it together. We saw where it was on Google Maps, and she remembered a spot that we drove past a few times on the main strip. And when we walked out the gate and we started walking, searching for this laundromat / cleaners, we were approached by two locals, and they struck up conversations that, you know how people do, like brother, this and that, where you from, blah, blah, blah. And so we were talking to them, and I'm like, okay, when is the shoe gonna drop? Like, when are they gonna ask me for something? And so that happened, and we took care of that, and then we ended up passing the laundry place because they got us all kind of like, rewired, like we was like just distracted. So we're talking to them, and I don't know where it could, because Lisa saw it and I didn't know where we were going. So, I was just like, okay, where is this place again? And we're walking, next thing we know, we're walking like down the strip like 45 minutes.
It must have been close to an hour in the heat.
Yeah,
because it was
sunny and hot.
It was overcast and a scorcher. Have a look. I'm sure there's record of it online. But it was we were just feeling it, because he was carrying the 2 bags, and I was carrying my rucksack and a GoPro. And we had walked for so long that I was becoming very discouraged, because I knew it wasn't that far. I had a feeling it was at the Diani shopping center, which it was.
Yeah.
But we didn't notice it and had passed it ages ago, because those 2 guys had tag teamed us.
Yeah.
One started walking next to him, one started walking next to me, and they stayed with us for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Until Jones was like, listen, brothers, we appreciate you, we thank you, we wish you all the best, yeah, but we just don't have anything for you. I'm really sorry. Please take care and be safe.
We were walking, but we did find some cool spots. We found a lot of vendors, of course, on the side, but we found this place called Funky Monkey. Oh man, the place is awesome. They got a lot of good variety of food, some really good selections. We're gonna try to go there, maybe get some food for our plane ride on Wednesday. So after that, we were still walking, trying to find these cleaners that we passed ages ago. And then, I don't know, I guess we decided, we asked somebody, and he was telling us some directions, and he was like, just ask the tuk-tuk driver. And so we held a tuk-tuk, and the guy stopped, and we asked him about laundry. He didn't understand what we were saying, so we had laundry bags, and they said laundry, so I pointed at it. He said, oh, laundry. And he was like, yeah, we can check down the street at this place first. I'm gonna ask the guy, and then, maybe he'll tell us where it is. That's what I understood from him. So he took us back to the direction that we are coming from. And on the way, he stopped at another resort. And this is where he was gonna ask the guy, which incidentally, the resort was called Flamboyant. And the Flamboyant resort, the driveway, it actually went to the Cave restaurant also. So I know you guys who are familiar with the Cave restaurant in Kenya on the coast, you know what I'm talking about. So I was like, man, it was just too hot. It's just like the road was bad, And then, so we finally get to the resort, and he goes in and asks the manager, the owner, about the laundry service. And I guess he told the owner that there was 2 guests of his hotel that wanted to do laundry. And so he came back and got me and told, hey, let's go talk to the guy. And when this white man came, he was like, I don't know, he was rude to the guy, and I really didn't like that. Like, he was like, why did you say, why did you just say yes instead of just saying the truth, man, or something? it was just really like, I saw the way he treated the tuk-tuk driver and in opposition to how he treated me when he heard my accent. And it was just weird. It was just a weird, because I'm like, you're here. I mean, you might live here, you might own this place, but you're still a visitor. Like, why not show this guy respect? He was just had this, this attitude, and maybe, I don't know, because he heard that I'm American, he didn't have that same energy.
You didn't have that same sense of entitlement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just telling him, hey man, we just looking for a place to do laundry, like a laundromat or something, on the strip. And then the guy was like, oh, he told me you guys were guests. Why'd you tell him that? Like, and I was like, hold on. I was like, it's no big deal. It's just a miscommunication, misunderstanding. If you know a place on the strip we can go to. And he was like, well, why don't you get it done here? And I was like, well, how long will it take? And he was like, oh, maybe by tomorrow morning. And I was like, no, we don't have that type of time. So he was like, what resort are you at? And I didn't want to tell him. I was just like, man, I can't remember. We're somewhere down the street though. And he was like, go to Tops, and what was it called, Tops and something. He said the name of the laundromat / cleaners, and he was like, oh, I thought you was from there, from the cleaner. I was like, man, just leave this guy alone. He's just trying to help me out. But anyway, so he gives us that, and I was like, hey man, I'm sorry, man. Thanks for doing this for us, And he was like, so. Okay, he was still in good spirits, but so we got back in the tuk-tuk. So the guy, he made a stop at this place, then we got back in the tuk-tuk, and he dropped us off at the cleaners. He was saying, you know where Funky Monkey is? I was like, yeah, it's right there. He's like, okay, you know where this is? So he was just asking us, just to make sure that he was trying to, I guess, he tried to kind of make up for getting yelled at. I think he was a little embarrassed, so he was just trying to make it like, he knows where he's going and try to help us out more. So, but, at the end of the day, we got to the cleaners, and he wanted to make sure that we were going in the right spot. So he made sure to go exactly in front of the door. And then she went in, took our clothes in, and I was just like, how much you want, man? And he was like, 6 or 7 is fine. And I was like, gave him 800. And, because he did make 2 stops, and actually she was able to make a reservation at the cave for us for the next day.
So whilst they were doing that, we kind of skipped over that I wasn't in the tuk-tuk. I had gotten out when we pulled up to Flamboyant, because they shared the same driveway, basically, same road. So I went left back to the cave, which was just a couple of meters up, and they went right to Flamboyant. And I was able to make without any real effort, very easily, a reservation for tomorrow night. So we have a 5:30. By the way, if you're planning to go to the cave, not unlike a couple of the restaurants here, they have 2 seatings, and the 2 seatings at the cave are 5:30 till 8:30, and then 8:30 till 11:30. Obviously, we're early bird people. We like to Netflix and chill at home, or HBO and chill. So we took 5:30. We were very excited about trying it out.
Plus, we have a flight the next morning.
Yeah, we have to leave. We like to eat early. We like to rest early. Yada yada yada. And then we also like to take flights early. So I actually missed that whole thing that happened at Flamboyant, but I can tell you that. Jones was really fazed by it. He's very sensitive when it comes to things like that, because he mentioned it once we all got back to the tuk-tuk, respectively, and then again throughout the day he mentioned it 1 or 2 more times. So it really hit home with him, and that's because there's already so much blacklash, right? And I meant to say that, blacklash around the world. We can be mistreated in the Americas, in Europe, even in Asia. They'll oftentimes want to, just sort of ignore us and not see us. So to not be seen in your own country, to not be heard, on your own continent, you know, it hits a sore spot with all of us.
Yeah, he I don't know, he just had that yeah, that entitlement, that colonial attitude, which you know, nowadays in the States, I mean, it's, you don't see as much, you don't see it like that, like people, unless you know, depending on where you are, but it's just like, I haven't experienced that in a while, like such a long time. So
do you think it's because it's not politically correct and we're in the age of cancel culture, or do you think people's minds have opened and are more willing to accept that we are all equal, not the same, but we all do respect, dignity? What do you think is the cause for that?
I don't know. I don't know, because, you know, our struggle in the States, you know, over, you know, ever since all the strides everybody made in civil rights and all that stuff, you know, things are a lot different. But here it's kind of like, I don't know, you can kind of operate how you want behind closed doors. Like nobody, you know, is really checking, you know, there's no EEO complaint you can do, or owner, or, you know, I don't think people are gonna go to Equal Employment Opportunity Act, you know, so, and I don't think people are gonna like go to a place and picket and protest, you know, because they're racist or whatever, you know, here. I don't think they're gonna do that. So I don't know, but that's not the big part of this day. That's just a little small part. But so I gave him a little extra so he could, you know, because it shouldn't even been 500. It shouldn't even been that much. But
no, and it wasn't. But we were happy to.
Yeah, so I gave
make
him
his
extra.
day.
Yeah.
Plus, they're all, like we said earlier, they've all struggled the last few weeks, so a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's appreciated.
Yeah. So anyway, after we did our thing with laundry, we checked out another cafe. It's pretty nice, you know, coffee shop and all that. Mm-hmm. And then I needed to buy a bag to put over my shoulder because I left my sling back in the States. I usually carry a sling to put all my equipment in, you know, in the back, and you know, I don't have that now, and I only have so many pockets, and I don't like my pockets bulging out. So anyway, I found a good bag for a nice price. It was cheap. It was like $6 US. It's just a bag. I'll show it to you. Bam, right there. So
made of fabric.
Yeah, so I'm gonna need it for, you know, the rest of this duration. And then we went to we checked out another restaurant called Pita Pie.
I thought that's what you meant, or just a moment ago when you said we checked out
coffee
Pita
shop. Pie. Are those two different things?
It's the same.
Same company? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I didn't know it was the same company. So we went to the coffee shop part of Pita Pan. Mm-hmm. Pita Pan. Then she wanted to check out after we checked out the coffee shop, we went into the grocery, like the market, to look around, and we was gonna buy toothpaste, but they didn't have anything without fluoride. So, but it was nice to look around the market. And then after I bought the bag, I was waiting for change, and it took a while. So she went over to the restaurant part of Pita Pan, and did some content.
Completely different restaurant. Called the second restaurant that I went to was Piti Piti.
So it's Pita Pan and Piti Piti?
Pita Pan was the first one with the coffee shop.
No, I mean it was two different things.
Completely two different restaurants.
The name sounds so similar.
On opposite sides of the plaza, by the way.
Yeah, but you said it was the same company.
No, I said that about Funky Monkey and the Salty Squid.
All right, never mind. You tell the rest of it.
So he was getting his change, and whilst he was doing that, I was checking out
gonna eat.
Piti Piti, which is another popular restaurant. They have a really great and very comprehensive menu with loads of options as well for vegetarians alike and non-vegetarians. The menu just kept going and going and going. So, which typically I'm not actually really a fan of, because I feel like if you're jack of all trades, you're master of none. But nonetheless, it looked like it was a cute spot. We may or may not get to try it. Like Jones said, we might end up going to Funky Monkey, or really even just Java House to grab some food. We have a flight on Wednesday morning, and we are not fans of aircraft food for the most part.
No more. I told y'all, no more.
Yeah, and then when you're at the airport, you oftentimes get poor choices for more money. So we, more times than not, will bring our own food when traveling, like even intra-travel, which is what we're doing now. And of course, when we're leaving from home, I always pack a lunch, so that's not ever, that's never an issue. That's not an issue, but even in the midst of our trip, we try to, for the intra flights, bring something along with us. So again, just a reminder, everyone, yes, it is difficult to travel with liquids, which is security theater, I digress. But you are able to travel with food. So, whether you are pursuing health goals or not, consider bringing your own food. Or at least something better than they serve you, than whatever they serve us on the aircrafts and at the airplane, in airports, because that food is it's low-hanging fruit, for lack of a better term. It's never quality, it's never clean,
it's all processed.
It's all processed, MSG, very cheap seed oils, etc., to get the most bang out of buck, right? So they're not really offering you anything that's nutritious. But yeah, so we checked out Piri Piri, and then, by this time, to be fair, we had been out under the overcast sun for like hours, literally, because we left the resort circa 11. By the time we had sorted all of this out, believe it or not, it was already 1:30, and we really wanted to get back and spend the day at the pool, because that's why we booked a beach holiday, right? So we did just that. We came back, came to our rooms, did a quick change. I dropped Jones off at the pool, and then I actually made my way to the spa to finish off on some treatments that I didn't get a chance to do yesterday, and just to take advantage of the fact that the spa here is very affordable and accessible in a way that it's not where we live. So I left him there to hang out by himself for about 2 hours or so. Then I came back, also jumped into the pool with him, and we sauntered about a little bit, and we were trying to figure out what we were going to do for a very light early dinner. And it's that right there, that fish curry that Jones picked up. And that's it, really. That's been the end of, that has been sort of our day in totality, right? So we were kind of active, or more active in the first part of the day, less so in the latter part of the day, which is exactly what this portion of our holiday is about, because as we move on to another country next week, we've actually got quite a full itinerary.
Yep. And okay, so yeah, that is it. But let's talk about the monkeys. The monkeys are crazy, insane. They don't play. They are, wow. They are. So we had 2 monkey incidences.
Oh yeah,
today.
In one day.
Yeah.
The insane and the membrane.
She was doing her yoga and she left the window open. This monkey came
in. It's paradise.
grabbed the sugar. You know how they leave the condiments for coffee in the room. He grabbed one of those sugar packets, and I guess he was going to town on the sugar, and then he left.
When I got up, because I'm like, who's in the room? That doesn't sound like Ishé, because I'm on my mat doing my yoga. Got up, literally caught him as he jumped across and by the way, babe, he jumped across the room. It's quite a wide span.
Yeah,
how long do you reckon this is in terms of width? It's quite wide.
Yeah, that's wide.
Went from the coffee table all the way through to the window.
Over
and so by the
75 feet. I don't know. 100 feet.
So I got up and looked out the window, and he was just outside the window opening up the sugar packet, the creamer.
It's a good 10-foot swoop.
It was remarkable, but it's the cheekiness of it all, yeah, because they'll just make eye contact with you like, ha 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 ha, I got what I came for, and then he bounced. That was incident number 1 with the monkeys today. And then for Jones.
Yeah, I had some leftover fries from the night before, masala fries, I might add. And so they were in the refrigerator. So I was like, I'm gonna take these to the pool and let them warm up in the hot sun because they're inside a tinfoil, packet, like a box, tinfoil box, like about this big, like that big. And I'm sitting at the pool on my phone, and I put the fries in the chair next to me because I had shade where I was sitting, and this chair was out in the sun. So I was like, that's perfect, it's gonna cook, and then I'll just eat these fries. But no, I'm looking at my phone and playing music, and all of a sudden something told me, and I turned around, and the monkey grabbed the tinfoil, the whole box, it was still sealed. He grabbed it by his teeth and was going away, and I got up and I was like, hey, get up! And then he stopped, and he waited for me. He was like, you ain't gonna win this one. Why you even trying? What makes you think you gonna get these back? And we had a little eye-to-eye moment, and I was like, man, I ain't messing with you. I'm done. Take them. Because I was like, I look silly chasing a monkey that's got a fry box, that's got a container of food. I was like, you know what? Have at it.
Poor guy.
Done.
He had to cut his losses. I missed that. I was at the spot.
And that's why we had to get something to eat today, because other than that, I would have been done. I would have been done for the day. So.
Yeah.
All
in all, it was a great day, and it's just a reminder that we are on their turf. They meaning their meaning the animals, because we saw quails, was it?
Yeah. Everything.
They've got monkeys here. They've got everything here. At the end of the day, we saw camels even at the beach yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, this at the end of the day is their habitat, and we are the visitors. So we have to find a way to live together.
Yeah, they'll let you know real quick, because they wasn't down, with mine. I saw them just if you left your table, they was up on there looking through stuff. So, okay, so that's it for day 5. And with that being said, we are out, and
We sure are.
Quick and easy. See us next time for day 6.
See you later, alligator.
Stay decent, y'all. Bye.